All right, Qam Yasharahla. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Wakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akyam. Out there pushing the truth in love and sincerity and charity with all humility. Okay, this is the brother Yashawan from the GMS Bombers Camp. Bakaja with another brief lesson. The name of this lesson is entitled, If You're Content, You're Grateful. If you're content, you're grateful. Okay? Contentment produce gratitude. Okay? Salakia, contentment produces gratitude. Okay, so if you are content, then you are grateful. Alright? So this is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Alright? Godliness with contentment is great gain. Now let's look up this word. Okay? In the same chapter, same book. Alright? Contentment. Alright? A perfect condition of life in which no aid or support is needed. Sufficiency of the necessities of life. A mind contented with its lot. Contentment. Okay? Now let's look it up in the dictionary. Merriam Dictionary. Alright? Okay, content, right? Contentment. The quality or state of being contented. Something that contents. Okay? Content. Some of the synonyms and antonyms. Content, contentedness, uh, dialectic, alright? Salakia. Let me just pronounce this word properly. Delectation. Alright? So, we have here contentment, alright? Content, delectation, contentedness, delight, enjoyment, gladness, gratification, happiness, pleasure, relish, satisfaction. Alright? So, as the scriptures say, right? But godliness with contentment. Alright? And some of the synonyms, right? Gratification, happiness, pleasure, satisfaction. Alright? But godliness with satisfaction, with happiness, okay? With content is great gain. Alright? Great gain. Okay? And right here in the Strong says sufficiency of the necessities of life, which brings spiritual profit, which is gratitude rather than complaint. Okay? Rather than complaint, because your people, a lot of our people, they will complain, but they don't have this, they don't have that, or they complain, but they want more. Alright? You gotta be content with what you have. Okay? You say, let your conversation be without covetousness, which is greedy. Right? Always wanting. Alright? And be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So the Most High is always with us. No need to be greedy, which is avarice, which is covetousness. Being content is the root of gratitude. Alright? Now before we move on, let's go right here to Hebrews. Okay. Chapter 13 and 5. And we can look up this word covetousness. Alright? Without covetousness. Okay? Not loving money. Not avaricious. Okay? See that? Without covetousness, not greedy or filthy lucre. Okay? Alright? Now this is covetous, right? Loving money, avarice. Okay? And this one is not, this one is without covetousness. Okay? So being content is the root of gratitude. Now let's look up this word. Gratitude. Okay. Gratitude. Gratitude. Okay. The state of being grateful. Thankfulness. Alright, thankfulness for what you have. Instead you thank the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for what you have now. Stop complaining. Stop always wanting. Okay? You need this, you need that, but you don't really need it. You just want it. Because you want to please the flesh. Okay? This is Philippians chapter 4 and 11 to 13. Right? Not that, this is Paul speaking, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content, whatever state he in. Okay? Whether you have it or not. And that's how we ought to be in the truth. Okay? I know how to be a base, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Okay, I can do all things through a Mashiach Yahushai, which strengthened me. Okay, so whether you poor, when you have it, or whether you have it, okay, you're supposed to be content. Okay, you're supposed to be displaying sufficiency of the necessities of life. Okay, so he's content no matter the circumstances. No matter the circumstances. Okay, he not complaining. He not going on and carrying on. He not trying to get this and get that. Alright, which he already have it. Because he have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. 1 Timothy 6 and 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. So what you trying to take out of this world? You always want. What you trying to take out of this world? Okay, Job said, naked came I out. Right? Let me get that in another Bible. Okay. Job said, naked I came out. Okay. Job 1 and 21. Right? And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh give, and Yahweh had taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. Alright? So what you having that Everything your eye see, your eye want. You don't need it. You have a whole room full of with whatever, just because you want it. Okay? You're not content. Right? And then you say, oh, look at the blessing of the Lord. That ain't the flecking blessing of the Lord. And you don't know what his will is. King David said this earlier. Okay? Psalm 49. This is what King David said. For when he died, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Alright? So you ain't carry nothing when you flicking dead. Okay? You ain't carry nothing. Alright? Ecclesiastes 5 and 15. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor. So you working, buying up this, buying up that, because you want it. You ain't carry it. That's why I say, which he may carry away in his hand. So you ain't taking nothing. Right? So you stocking on business, on vanities, really on nothing. You stocking. They can't go with you. People will have them, people will have their whole, okay, their whole house full of stuff, okay, that they don't even need. But because they want it, they shall have it. Alright? Now where I work, okay, where I work, now Esau, because Esau them making money, okay, in their rooms, and then they have it from the door straight to the room to the bottom, everything buck right out, full right out, and they don't need it. They don't need it. Okay? You got a whole closet full of shoes and clothes, and you get a whole store inside your house. But you don't need it because you don't wear it. Check those celebrities. They get these things because they want it. They don't need it. Okay? Check those so-called rich person, those rich people. Okay? They get a whole heap of stuff but they don't need. You know? Alright? They order something and if it come, just a little crack on it or whatever, or a little scotch. Alright, okay? They say, oh, I'll just order a new one. They throw that one, put that one on the back burner. Alright. The same thing with Jake. With our people. Okay? The poor. They because they see, because they have a little bit of money here or there. Okay? They just want it. They don't need it. Okay? Just like with us. Okay? If we see something, yeah, you may like it. Okay? Now if you're gonna wear it every day, then it's fine. But if there's something you do just want for that right then and there, man, you don't really need it. You know? 1 Timothy 6 and 8. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Okay? So be content with what you have. Okay? Don't be no ambulance. Wah. Okay? Let's get Proverbs chapter 38 and 9. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenience for me. Okay? Lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of the Lord in vain. And we see this all the time. The poor steal and take the name of the Most High in vain. Not serious. Alright? So be thankful for what you have. Okay? Because after all, contentment, all right, and gratitude goes back to being thankful. All right? You ain't gotta always want this and want that. Okay? Because if you want this and you want, because you're gonna covet now. You're gonna covet your neighbor possessions. Okay? You can want what he have. All right? You're looking at a brother, watching a brother, how a brother move, or go out with his wife and his family or whatever. All right? And you're going to say, oh man, I want to do the same thing. But only thing I want to do it better. You watch how a brother dress and how we move. You say, oh, I want what he have, but I want to do it better. Okay, you coveting. All right, you ain't content. You see, you're not thankful for what you have. Okay, Colossians 3:15. And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body. Be ye thankful. Because when you look at it, we all as brothers. Okay? So you're supposed to be thankful for what you have and content. Okay? Stop trying to get to be overdo it because you may be making more. Okay? You may have more possessions. Alright? That doesn't mean you could just go out there because you see a brother who ain't got it, get a little something, and because you get it, you want to do your best to flicking be more than him. Okay? That's you having malice in your heart. Okay? That's you now saying you can outdo the brother. And only Jake in the world is do things like that. Okay? So you be thankful. Alright? Let me read this precept again. Okay? And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body. Be ye thankful. Okay? So yeah, man. Say, hey, Lord, will this lesson was edified. I let it give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, of this pushing the truth in love, sincerity, and charity with all humility. Shalom and Abba Qam Yasharahla.